And this was the guy that, for the Hokies, I had circled and ready. They need him to return to his freshman form here in 2018.
I'm just really excited to watch Tariq Wilson wrestle. I mean, I'm with you on the Gustafson thing, especially as a Virginia guy. I feel like, but Tariq Wilson's just so creative.
You talk about creativity, and he has Gustafson on his back for a moment. He'll get the 2 near fall points plus the takedown. And you talk about a change. It looked like Gustafson was sitting pretty with a possible takedown, and then bang, here comes Wilson.
Hitting a cradle out of a single leg defense is, qualifies as creative. Also a really good boost to start the match for him, right? Gets the 2 back points.
So let's see how Gustafson responds. A quick stand up, turn and face, and he's away. 4-1. Not even 40 seconds in, and some early fireworks, and highly anticipated matchup in one of the deepest weight classes in the ACC. Wilson sprawls in, outside single.
Wilson was all over Feinsilver's right leg, and he did the same thing here against Gustafson. I'm surprised that Gustafson didn't see that, or the coach didn't see that, and protect that left leg a little bit better.
Gustafson trying to reposition a little bit. Swivel is away around the right side, and 2 points have been awarded. Gustafson with control. He gets the 2.
Control and a cradle. But I don't think Tariq Wilson's that concerned about it. I think he almost is baiting Gustafson into it, which might not be a good idea, but it doesn't seem like he's overly concerned.
Scramble sequence toward the edge of the mat. The neutral, let's see, the cradle hook. Back points being awarded. Bridging up is Wilson. Can he avoid the fall? Gustafson with plenty of time. Wilson gets back to his base. Holy cow. Fireworks in this first period, back and forth.
It felt like Wilson thought that he had an opportunity to do some sort of scrambling out of this, but I think it's a youngster's mistake, because in high school, someone throws a cradle on him, he's able to to reverse the position. He's not going to be able to do that against a guy like Gustafson.
Nice countermeasure by the veteran, Dennis Gustafson. Redshirt senior, was an ACC champion 4 years ago. Wilson onto his feet. Gustafson's going to have to try to return him. He drops to that leg. Has it elevated. Now let's see if he trips. Wilson backpedaling, keeping his balance. And the 2 go out of bounds with 44 seconds.
I think Tariq Wilson's looking to see if he can create something again from that position, but really he just wants to clear out. He doesn't need to mess around here and lose any riding time. We have 45 seconds right now.
Think about Gustafson through the years. This guy wrestles an exciting style. You're an ambassador for the sport, want to bring somebody into the sport for the first time. Dennis is a guy that would be a match that you would label to watch.
Yeah, heck, this match in general, right? It's a lot of action. Still got his arm across the back. Because he has it across the spine, he actually still technically has control. Because he has it across the back, that's why they're saying he has control.
18 seconds, first period, and there's the escape. Wilson gets away. He's down 2 with 10 to go. Now Wilson in on the shot. And no points awarded as the officials look at one another. Very close. Those end-of-period points, so pivotal, but Wilson not given the 2 there.
Yeah, interesting they didn't let that keep going. I didn't see that they went out of bounds or anything. I was a little surprised they didn't let the action continue. Guys are going to stare at each other for the last few seconds here.
Well, settle in. This is going to be a fun 4 minutes. We go back.
It's that cradle. He just felt too confident. Watch how he captures that top arm. He's going to peel his right leg kind of comes over and captures that arm. That's going to limit a lot of the versatility these guys have in trying to get out of that position, out of the cradle position.
Gustafson starts the second period, leading by 2 in the down position. Let's see what Tariq Wilson can do on top. Wilson goes to the wrist. Gustafson propels himself up. And Wilson able to drop down at the last second, latch on to the ankle, now go back into the upper body.
I like Tariq Wilson's top game. I think he's got some good tilts. I don't think that he's doesn't stay super close and in contact, which creates a lot of positive havoc and negative havoc. I think that a guy like Gustafson, if he really is just under control and keeps good elbow position, clears wrists, he can get free. Right now, he's flattened out, though, and it's in trouble.
Two wrestlers inching their way toward the boundary. Tony Roby watching his redshirt senior lead by 2. So far withstand that early surge by Wilson in the opening seconds.
I mean, Wilson's grabbing at anything he can find, but all Gustafson really has to do in this situation is blow up. Get just a standard stand-up, wrist control, and he's out.
He goes into that stand-up, looks for that wrist control, as you described.
You see, when he gets down to the mat, he has to pop right back up. You watch UFC fights all the time. These guys who wrestle wrestlers or end up getting in fights with wrestlers, they always, as soon as their butt touches the mat, it's like it's lava, and they're back up to their feet. And I think wrestlers need to get back into that mindset where you do not want to get returned to the mat. The moment you go down, you have to stand back up. It's a battle of attrition. It's who can keep doing that as many times as is necessary to get out.
Wilson has been able to ride Gustafson for a minute plus. Riding time not a factor. 35 seconds to go, second period. 7-5, Virginia Tech. Roll through by Gustafson.
And there you saw there, I was talking about last match, like when you scramble from bottom, you have to be careful not to get caught on your back even for a second, because those are going to be back points.
Tight waist on the right side by Wilson, still working with control of the right wrist of Gustafson as well. Down to 10 seconds. This has been an impressive ride by Tariq Wilson.
It is. It's also dumbfounding because I know that Gustafson has a better bottom game than this, and I think that because he's in the lead by 2 points, I think he felt like he might be able to ride it out. But now the problem is if he gets taken down, there's a riding time point that could even it up, even if he does get out.
Gustafson in his final go-around for Virginia Tech, on pace to have his best year. Remember, he was an NCAA qualifier in 2014 after he won this ACC championship.
Watch Tariq Wilson to circle to the left and then attack Nordstrom's back leg. That's all he wants is that single leg, and once he gets in, it's 50-50.
Wilson, just a redshirt freshman. He stunned Jack Mueller of Virginia back on January 30th. He worked his way into the starting role. This was a spot North Carolina State wasn't sure what direction they would go to start the season, but this kid has emerged as the real deal. Trying to find some late offense in this third period.
And for those following home, if you want to slow down a wrestling match, all you need to do is grab a tricep, stay above the elbow, and you can slow down your opponent's attacks.
Stalling call hit on Gustafson. That's his first stall call. The double underhook was established, and that sent Gustafson fleeing.
I am a huge fan of shooting when you are in the lead. However, in this situation, it may work out, but I don't know if that was the most advisable thing for him to do. Getting close contact to Tariq Wilson at this point, when you were controlling the ties, was probably not the best option for you.
Wilson has that whizzer applied. Gustafson on the right leg, and a stalemate call with 41 seconds. I know it's early in the afternoon, but when you have the two heavyweights, and I use the word heavyweight, meaning the team race in this category, going at it, these next 41 seconds are critical.
Oh, they're huge for NC State. If Tariq Wilson can get himself into the finals, we're talking immediately into a 6-point difference. 6 points. And a team race is going to be a massive advantage for them.
A blood timeout. Not sure who got cut there, but they're cleaning up some blood on both Wilson and Gustafson.
It looks like Jack Mueller over on mat 1 has won his match from the 4 seed.
Mueller, the 4 seed, the returning All-American, the freshman phenom for the Cavaliers last year, bumping up a weight class. So the winner will get Mueller in the championships tonight. 2 matches happening simultaneously, both matches at your fingertip here on the ACC Network Extra. Shot by Wilson, counter by Gustafson. Down to 20 seconds to go, third period. Wilson still has that arm. He's looking for that throw. Gustafson drops into a leg. And this is a time eater here if you're Gustafson. He'll take this situation all day. 5 seconds to go. Waterfall position, and Gustafson is going to hang on for the Hokies.
Came down to a 6 point exchange in the middle of the first period with that 4 point back points that came from the cradle. It's a big win for Virginia Tech in this team race.
Dennis Gustafson back into the ACC